What's going on, folks? This is Coma 1980. Some of you may already know that I'm in the middle of making a film. And this is going to be the first in a series of videos showing you the kinds of equipment that I use to make my movies. In this video, I'm going to show you what I carry around for my special effects makeup. Alright, so this is my makeup bag. It's your basic canvas bag. I got it from Old Navy. And this actually used to belong to my wife, and she passed it along to me. It's been a good bag. I've had it for maybe about 6 or 7 years. Never failed me, no tears, no rips, and I've been putting it through pretty much hell, so it's a good bag to have. So the first thing I'm just going to start pulling out stuff, and I'll just describing what I got as we go. In here I got all of my makeup wedges and cotton balls. You're going to notice that I like to keep a lot of things bagged or in packages, and I'll explain later why I do that. Here I just got my old trusty old bottle of Q-tips, tape, which you never know when you're going to need something like tape. I have a pair of scissors, and I wanted to show this to you guys especially. As you can see, I have put a piece of tape around the edge. This is so it doesn't open up and poke holes in anything I got in there. And I actually could probably put a piece of foam here, but at the very least I just don't want to stick my hand in there into an open pair of scissors. There's that. I just got this recently. It's just a stipple brush. Really helps with giving detail to some of your work, especially if you're using latex. In this bag I've got my gelatin with a little toy knife, I guess, that I took for my daughter. And as you can see, I keep it in a bag. It's sealed up. It's not going to fall out. I try to push all the air out as much as I can, and it helps with the packaging, keeps it pretty flat, and it allows you to put more stuff in here. Here's another bag. In this bag, I have my Scar Wax. Here, I'll just open it up. Keep a couple vials of Scar Wax. I have some coagulated blood gel, a couple wound towers, and here's one good reason why I bag everything. Let me make sure you can see that. Not sure if you can really see that, but this is my spirit gum, and it leaked. And it leaked all over inside this bag. Well, not all over, but it got in there, but it stayed confined to the bag, which is what you want. You don't want your stuff going everywhere. It can be a disaster. I have a small vial of fake blood that I put in a food coloring bottle. Of course, I have my liquid latex, and as you can see, I keep that bag too. You definitely don't want to keep a bottle of liquid latex without packing it into something, because if this opens up, you pretty much ruin your bag. It doesn't make it unusable, but you really can't get liquid latex out of stuff unless it's still fresh, but by the time you notice it, most of it will have dried. Here I keep in this little bag, I keep my brushes. I just keep a variety of different kinds of brushes. A lot of this stuff my wife gave me, and I just use it for my own makeup. Next, we have a couple blood capsules. I also have random piece of paper. Also have some makeup. Looks pretty beat up, but I still use it. This was from an old makeup kit. And I know some of you may be cringing out there, but trust me, it works. I still use it. Looks like crap, but it still works. Work with what you got. Next, in the pouch, there's a pouch in the backpack here. Yeah, you can see it. And I keep my colorless face powder. I hope you can see that. The lights may be shining too hard on this. And last but not least, some more blood capsules, but they're colored green. And these, if I'm not mistaken, these foam up a bit too. So it's a little. I labeled it zombie blood. Now the other reason why you want to pack your stuff into sandwich bags like this is my foundation. As you can see, one of these bottles in here exploded. There's 3 bottles of foundation, and I also had another spare face powder, colorless face powder, And I mean, look at that. But the good news is, as you can see, it stayed in the bag. It did not mess up anything else. It did not create a mess. When you're out there filming, one of the most important things for me is to be able to get in and get out. I don't really have a lot of time to stay in any one location for hours upon hours. You may only have an hour to shoot what you need. You may only have 10 minutes to get the makeup that you need done finished. So it's always good to at least, you know, if I needed to use any of this, I can just pull the bottle out, clean it up, I'm good to go. It's self-explanatory. You really just don't want to mess your stuff up, mix it up all together in case something like this happens. They're cheap. You can get them from the dollar store, and they work great. And that's about it. As far as how much this stuff cost me, the bag was a hand-me-down. But you can go to the thrift store and find yourself a really decent bag for cheap. A bag like this, I would say, maybe will cost you $5-10, brand new. Thrift store, you could probably find it for $2-3. I mean, all this stuff here, I don't really pay a lot of money for. I'm very frugal about my equipment, with the exception of my cameras. The way I see it is, I would rather spend what money I have for this kind of stuff on the most important equipment, like my cameras, my sound equipment, than I would on things like a freaking makeup bag. The Ziplocs, these are just your basic Ziploc bags. You don't even have to go get Ziploc brand. They can be kind of pricey. This is a simple little dollar store brand. It works just as well. Boom. Works just as well. I mean, honestly, if you want added protection, if let's say you're really worried and you got really cheap bags, you can always staple them, you can always tape them. But that's about it. Just wanted to show you guys what I had in my makeup bag. This is what I take with me anytime I'm shooting a video or anything, whether I use it or not. In this film, there's going to be some makeup that's going to be required, so I may actually add a few things just to make sure I don't run out of anything. And when I'm putting my bag together, I always try to make sure that I have at least one of everything. I have my stock in my drawers right here at home, but when you want to go on the road, you always want to make sure you have a bag with you. And plan ahead. I always pull my stuff out, make sure everything that's supposed to be in there is in there. And that's about it. Next video, I'll be showing you some of my filming equipment so you can see what I'm working with.